an exam during the examination, just because of the reasons that are listed there and approved by the Senate, then you apply for a special exam. We really don't want special all the time. We refuse those bad things written there. Kindly note that. Now, we should be working with the class reps, the faculty reps, and the quality assurance director. Where is Director Muchoi? Director Muchoi is not here. We should be working together to see that teaching goes on very well. What you need to do, our dear students, kindly desire to work very hard. You have heard Prof talk of the many universities he has gone. I was feeling like I would also mention mine. I schooled here, but I got 3-week workshop at Saarland University in Germany. Can you also clap for me? Can you desire to move like Prof? You went and went, but just the other days when I got a scholarship, I was told, just fly to Germany, 3 weeks, and I came in Kenya with a course in entrepreneurship. When you're in the university, desire to learn everything. If you are doing physics, also read religion, because this is the climax of learning. Go to the library, read religious education, read psychology, all areas. Don't just be in physics alone. I know Ruth would want to say something on that, but read all areas, because this is the climax of learning. My dear students, I would want to graduate you with a first-class honors because of work well done, where you receive the Vice Chancellor Award. Can you clap for yourselves? You tell yourself, yes, I can. Yes. And then you get a scholarship. Your parents would want that. You get a scholarship to do masters. Kindly do your best. Let me get out of there before I take a lot of time. Now, the research. Research is accommodate in the university learning. You come up with ideas, noble ideas, innovations. We have the director of research, Dr. Ares, can you stand up? Don't say I am just a bachelor or I'm just doing a degree, a certificate or so forth. Anyone can do research. Anyone. So let us aspire, let us inspire ourselves and desire to do research. In fact, in our learning, the courses, we have research methodologies, I think in all programs, so it will grow you. And this next month, we have what we call annual international research conference, where we shall invite people from all over the world, virtually and physically, because of conference, research conference. Kindly come in. Then next semester, we have the Career Week and Innovation. So I would request the director, careers. Can you stand up, Maureen? Maureen is here? Yes, this lady, we have the career office. She'll be getting from you ideas and innovations, which you'll exhibit next semester, and you'll get awards, and you can move even to patenting and commercializing. So Maureen, I want this team to register with ideas. We don't want to wait for just a day when it comes there. Let them digest ideas, do innovations, we showcase them, we exhibit like that, and you grow. Now, let me say something on student affairs as I finish. This is my docket. How I love this young team. During the orientation, somebody was here and said, your stage has two areas, what we call identity versus, I don't know whether somebody got the other one, identity versus, somebody was speaking and said, identity versus what? Yes, very good. Can you clap for yourself? You have gotten it. That was a topic on what? Who was speaking on that? Identity versus role confusion. Those are terms you understand. Please don't get confused as we move on. How can you get confused? Because when you get into drugs, he said they kill the brain cells. When you get into bad company, and even the Holy Book, although the seer of the Muhammad said, Yesuwenu, that book really helps us. There is a verse, Psalms chapter 1, verse 1 says, happy are those who do not follow the way of the wicked. Kindly don't follow the way of the wicked. Choose your friend. My dear students, I would want to see you complete, and I'm going to read the names during the graduation or to present you during the graduation with the first class, getting the VC's honor and so forth. Kindly avoid drugs. Can we put up our hands, those who are not going to take drugs? Let me see this. Let me see who is not putting up. Very good, my team. Avoid drugs. Please, if you see them on the way, just go the other side. Because we want you to graduate. One time I was teaching in Chuka University, and then a student who was very quiet, towards the end of the semester, he started putting up the hand. I was told he had taken some drugs in order to talk. Then some even take so that they can socialize. Who is afraid? Take care of intimate relationships. What are intimate relationships? Have you already gotten boyfriends and girlfriends? It is your time. Please get one. It is your time. That one I've mentioned, identity, you want to identify with somebody. You also want to be told who you are. So I'm sure like the ladies would want to know the walking styles, like that, how you walk, how you dress, but please don't go naked. Sidio, don't walk naked around here. You know, you can dress decently here. On Friday, is it Friday or weekend? Go out the way you want. Please dress decently because we are preparing you for a profession. Then get a friend who are not, we don't want marriage in the rooms, in quotes. Marriage in the rooms, no. And now we are speaking to you like I'm doing it like a mother, like your teacher and so forth. We want you to graduate, please. Even your parents want that. Kindly take care. Take care of yourself. Make healthy choices. Do your best. Join clubs, sports, games. The dances that were here were very good. And I want some during the inauguration, Dean of Students. So join some teams. Don't just stay idle. Internet addiction. Always on phone. Why don't you go to the field like that? Use the AI in the right way, ethically. Don't use it for nothing. I'm just summarizing and saying, please take care of yourself because we want you to complete. Relationships, I've said it's your time, but especially ladies. I always wonder, if a lady became expectant, the boy will go and get another one next year or next semester. So the lady is in the room, nursing, whatever. So ladies, I'm just telling you, take care of yourselves. Are you ready to do that? I want to graduate you with a first class, including the guys and the ladies. So take care of yourself. After the 4th year, we can do a wedding. We normally support weddings. But marriage in the rooms, not now. Take care. Anyway, I'm saying take care. Look for the right identity, because if you become a mother this semester, it will be confusion. If you get the wrong skills for your career, it will be confusion. If you get the wrong friends, it will be confusion. That's why we talk of identity versus confusion at the age between 12 years and around 25 years. So take care. I really wish you well. I know we shall have time to talk and discuss, but I want just to graduate first class honors, the VC award and scholarship. God bless you so much as you please your parents and all of us. God bless you. Have a good time in Tharaka University.
Nilikuwa na Professor Moriongi.
I was wondering what is happening. Now, the other day I heard a student talk of a crab of Sondium. Who was that? Sondium crab. Who was giving a crab? Who heard about that crab? Let us wake up our visit. Let us stand up.
Nilikuwa na Profesa Moriongi, uwanja wa ndege. Nilikuwa na Visi Moriongi, uwanja wa ndege. Tulikuwa na Daktari Mbonano, uwanja wa ndege. Tulikuwa na Mama Fero, uwanja wa ndege. Tulikuwa.
Now let us appreciate our VC with 3 factorial 1. Welcome, Prof.
Is it on? Yes. Okay. Munaweza keti chini? Thank you very much. I want to start by recognizing our very dear first years. 1 week ago, I saw somebody post that only 100 students reported in Tharaka University. And I got very worried. But are you 100? Mko 100? So I want to confirm to the world that you are not 100. And I have my friend from the media, Kabede, maybe he is the one who had posted that. I also want to thank those who have entertained us. You have a lot of talent, young people. And as Tharaka University, we are going to continue supporting you. I want to thank my members of staff. I can see they are here in their numbers. And I also want to say that I will continue supporting them, because these are the people that have the responsibility to mentor you so that you can be responsible citizens of this country. I also want to thank people from the media. They support us in advertisement, in publicity. We don't take it for granted. So I think I'll speak only for 10 minutes because, you've been taught for the whole week. And a good professor does not repeat what has been said. But for the sake of speaking, let me just tell you a few things. I also want to recognize the student leaders, those who retired, like Moroki. One day he was telling me, do you want the assistant of Raila? I call him. So he is a very connected man. And all that team, Akina Kere, Akina Sapir, they support the university. And I think one serious thing they have taught us is that we can disagree, but we don't have to destroy our university, because this is our future. So next year, we are going to have elections, and I hope we are also going to get good leaders. Ndolo is not here. He is bereaved, and we are praying with the family. And he's also doing very well. The other day I saw, he sent me a picture with the president. So he was telling me, unaona niko ndani kabisa, Prof. And I was happy because when a student of Tharaka University is with the president, isn't that a good thing? So, in summary, orientation is to help you adjust very fast so that you can start your core business, which is to study. That is what brought you here. So the reason why we spend a whole week doing orientation, I also want to thank the Office of the Dean of Students. These are extremely grateful people. They are great people, and they are very organized. We want you to move very fast so that next week on Monday, you go to what? You go to class. You garner the knowledge you require to change this world. So I want to give you a few things which I always tell my students. For you to succeed is not very easy, because there are many problems. We have drugs, we have indiscipline, we have peer influence. Number one, you have to be focused. And that is what Professor Musalia talked about, setting your goals. When I was a first year like you, I knew I wanted to be a lecturer in the university. There are two things actually I knew when I was a first year. Number one is I wanted to work as a professor in the university. The other thing I knew is that I wanted to have a family. I didn't want to be a Catholic priest. And I can say today I have a what? I have a family. Of course, that issue of the family is a simple issue, but I know that is a thing you might remember. You need to be focused. If you are doing criminology, do you want to be the director of criminal investigations? If you are in education, do you want to be the principal of Mangu High School or Alliance Girls? If you are in computer science, do you want to be another Elon Musk who is bringing internet through the space? So today you have the opportunity to decide what you want to be. Then after you decide what you want to be now, you ask yourself, this is what I want to be. What do I need to do to achieve what I want to be? And the first thing I always talk about is handwork. You will not get anything for free. Even the Bible says, if you don't work hard, poverty will come to you like an armed robber. So I want to declare today, me, I don't support. If I don't you tell this as your leader, I will have lied to you. A Prando will not come. But if you do a good innovation, the Prando will come your what? Your way. Somebody might tell you, I can change your grades, you get a first class. But I can tell you, even if they change your grades and you go out there, because you never worked hard, people will always bypass you. You see somebody becoming a CEO, you are there, you won't get it. Work hard, my students. And when you work hard, God is going to reward you. The other thing is discipline. You can have the best grades, but when you are employed, or when you are here, if you don't have discipline, you'll fail terribly. Because the university gives you a lot of freedom. There are no dormitories. There's no timekeeper. There's nobody to guard you in the room. But freedom comes with responsibility. So those people who succeed take this freedom with responsibility. They exercise self-control. And through that, they are able to succeed. The government told us to build a lactating room. A lactating room is for the young mothers. So that because also there's a policy of leaving no one what? Behind. So the lenders can choose here. You can choose. You have a lot of responsibility. You can choose to go to the lactating room or stay away from the what? Lactating room. And as your father, I can tell you, this is not the right time to go to the what? To the lactating room. Many years will come. After you graduate, you'll have 3-4 children, you are allowed. But now, you will have a lot of difficulty standing and going to the lactating room. And because you're going to the lactating room, you know, when you go to class, there is an house girl in your room taking care of the what? Of the child. That means you have to pay them. Do you have the money to pay them? Over the years, I've been seeing the number of children increasing in the university. I don't want them to increase this year. Can you promise me? Exercise your freedom with responsibility, because freedom comes with what? Responsibility. I want to talk about the issue of time, which I value a lot. You can see today we started our meeting on time. attend lectures on time, do your assignments on time, report to university on time, attend your religious activities on time. If you respect time, you are also going to succeed. There's something Professor Musalia talked about, innovation. And when I talk innovation, I always quote somebody. I want you to go and check who's saying that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different what? Results. Professor Musalia said he was born in the area of without computers. And I remember there's a mzee wa Njorincheke, alikuwa anajiita BBC. So we asked him, what does it mean? He said, born before what? Computer. But still, if you go to Professor Musalia's office today, he has a what? He has a computer. Why can't we innovate? And innovation is not a single event like Maureen Dagara, the director, does. So if you have an idea today that you think, I can do this, I can do things in a different way and change the world, come. We are going to support you. Because I want one day, out there, people say something has happened in Tharaka University. A student has come up with a very good idea. And I want to promise this year, if you have an idea, register tomorrow. Don't wait for the Career Innovation Week. And as a university, we are going to put around 4 million to support young people to come up with what? Innovations. So I want you to start registering from when? Tomorrow. Now, even today, so that we support you, you make impact in this world. So innovate. Come up with new ways of doing things. The other thing I like telling my students is the issue of optimism, persistence, and resilience. Life is not easy. You'll face challenges, but don't give up. You have to continue pushing. Optimism is the thinking that things will be better. I know some of you are from very humble backgrounds. And I know some of you are even in band 1, where they are not paying a lot of money. Don't give up. Because there's a reason why you are on this earth. Everybody is born with a grain of greatness. You'll be the VCs of Tharaka University, Chuka, Nairobi. You'll be great people. But when you lose hope, you kill your talent. Because God also wants people who are what? Resilient. You can say, even in the face of all these difficulties, even in the sake of all these problems I have in the family, I am going to be a great man. I am going to be a great woman in this country. Resilience. When I was talking to my students during the Career and Innovation Week, I gave them a story where I told them, you know, a very ugly man can approach a beautiful lady. But the lady is hesitant. But if the man continues pushing, the lady can say, maybe this man has something. He can get an opportunity. That is the example I'm giving you about what? Resilience. I want, these days, in fact, people don't talk about STEM. STEM is science, engineering, and mathematics. They talk about STEM. The soft what? Skills. You can have all the knowledge, but if you lack the soft skills to push, there are people who come to my office and they want internship. And I just say, to have peace of mind, let me give these people what? Internship. Because they come every what? But somebody comes one day, na anakutumia kwa WhatsApp, anakuuliza ila kazi yangu ilienda wapi? So as you start your first year, you have to know that you have to be what? Resilient. I talked about the risky relationship, and I think Professor Nyaga talked about them. Have the right people. And Professor Musali also talked about it. What are you doing with somebody who doesn't attend the lectures? What are you doing with those people? They'll pull you down. They'll destroy your focus. What are you doing with them? What benefit are they giving you? What are you doing with people who are spending your money all the time? Whenever you go out, you are the one who is going to buy something. What are you doing with them? So choose your friends. Another success factor is if you have the right friends, you are going to succeed. And we want you, all of you, to succeed. There's the issue of alcohol and drug abuse. Yesterday, we and the team from the region, led by the Regional Commissioner, Paul Rono. You have a lot of freedom. You have to choose between taking drugs and becoming a zombie. You know, zombie is somebody, like Professor Nyang was saying, somebody has not been answering questions, then they start answering questions. Because they are under the influence of what? You have a choice. But is it the right thing you want to do? Your parents have a lot of hope in you. They want you to succeed. They want you also to be responsible parents in future. How will you be a responsible parent if what you prioritize now is taking drugs? Parents in future. How will you be a responsible parent if what you prioritize now, somewhere there is smoke, is taking drugs? But don't reckon that one. Parents in future. How will you be a responsible parent if what you prioritize now at midnight? When will you wake up for the lectures? So I'm aware of that, and I know situambiane ukweli. Ukiona mtu anavuta bangi hapa alianza secondary school na wengine hata walianza what? In primary what? Tuambiane ukweli. But don't allow drugs to destroy your future. We reward performance. Ukipata pass class, tunakupatia scholarship na tukupatia kazi. And the other day I was thinking, very early in the morning around 4, I was saying, I think I need to employ more students from the Raka what? University. Because you cannot train people, you cannot do what? Employ. So give me the first class. Give me an innovation, and I will just say, let us recruit these people. Because also they have the potential to mentor other students. I want to talk about going to church. I have seen many churches are mushrooming around. And I doubt they are genuine. I can tell you as your parent, because I was also in the university, the best church is your YCS, your CU, your SDA. Come here in the university and do what? And pray as comrades. Then the dean of students will organize so that you get people from outside. This church you see with one preacher and the 3 days of praise and worship. And they are making noise throughout the what? I can tell you as your parent, because I was also in the university, the best church is your YCS. Together as YCS, as CU in the university, as SDA, and that is the culture we have. So I want to give you this as advice, and a very firm advice, because I know some people just want money from you, and it's not right. Worship together. Encourage one another. When you are together, you can also fundraise if somebody has a fees problem. But when you start scattering around churches around, I suspect you'll be disoriented. The other thing, avoid walking alone. Sometimes I'm from Nairobi at night. I find 2 ladies walking alone at night. Before we had some cases of rape. Because when you walk alone, you make yourself vulnerable. Where are you going at midnight alone? And Professor Nyaga has told you to get a boyfriend. Why can't you work with a boyfriend? If you must work at what? Midnight. Where are you working alone? Because we have had those cases. And they are very unfortunate cases, and they have traumatized it. They have traumatized us. Don't work alone. Then we have River Kadita. And I saw one of the media people post, where are you going to swim in the river? I think yesterday some students were in my office, the first years. And they said the swimming pool must be opened. And I told somebody, I even called Alan in the morning, and I told them, let them open the what? The swimming. Don't go to River Kadita. We don't want your parents to cry. We also don't want to cry because we are River Kadita is dangerous. Where people go to swim, there are a lot of caves. We have a swimming pool in the university. Go there if you must swim. Don't put us into mourning because we want you to succeed. Don't go to River Kadita. Then finally, as I conclude also, because I know you're going to succeed, do something for the community. You might think you are small, but why can't you even start an ambassador scheme? You start sourcing for money. You might write a good proposal and somebody will start funding you. So there's a difference between success and greatness. Success is when you do things for yourself. Greatness is when you help other people. So I want you, even as you start the journey of the Raka University, think, what is it I can do to my community to make it better than the way I found it? That is also a lot of positive thinking, because as you grow through first
To make
year,
it better
second year than year, you'll be
than
growing
the way I
yourself.
found it.
So think, and I see many of my
As you
students
grow
come
through
first
to make it
year,
better
second
than
year
the
than
year,
year, to evangelize
you'll be
than
growing
the way I
yourself.
found it. They want to be involved in the project, in food donation and so on. That is part of mentorship. And I also want to give, as a university, to train leaders. I've told you I have a batch of leaders whom I think are extremely successful. And I know if they go out there, they are going to floor many other people. You see, leaders are the ones who influence policy in a country. If we have good leaders from the university, we'll be able to transform this country. I'm not saying we don't have good leaders. But if every university takes the responsibility to train people, because most of you will end up somewhere as politicians. The people you see today who are leaders, even our Excellency, the President, I was told he was a CU leader in the university. You have to start somewhere. So we want now your influence to be felt after you graduate. Why can't you be something else better? Why can't you, and we want the Dean of Students also. I think I want him to organize a good training program where the Raka will be seen as training what? Leaders. Finally, you know, I always do a luncheon for first years, but you people became very many. But we are going to have our inauguration of the Chancellor on the 13th of September. So we are going to cook for what? For everybody, including all our what? Our students. Because ikupeana si baya. But remember, success is not given. It is gained, it is earned. There's a time for everything. The time for you now is concentrate on your studies, to create meaningful relationships, not harmful ones, and that will be the foundation of your success. May God bless you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, our Vice Chancellor, for that informative address. Just in a few seconds, our VC has seen that orientation helps our first years to settle very fast. And you have the opportunity to decide what you want to do. Freedom with responsibility. He has also talked about time management, optimism, and resilience. And he has said that everybody is born with a seed of greatness. Apart from the hard skills, we also need the soft skills. Choose right friends. He said also that the Tharaka University wants performance. And he has also categorically said that your church is here. Join the CU, the Catholic Association, the SDA, the Muslim League. And with that, let me announce that we will have our interdenominational service. As a Divine University, we congregate usually the second Sunday after opening in every semester, where all students and the staff members gather here to worship God and commit their semester activities into the hands of God. So that is a day for us on 15th, and we organize ourselves rotationally within those movements so that we participate, all of us. So with that, let me welcome Dr. Marciano Mutiga to give a vote of thanks. We are concluding, and thank you so much. We have kept time, and this is good. So Dr. come and make the vote of thanks, and then after that, we'll have closing prayers from Dr. Mwembu, the patron for the Catholic Association.
Thank you, Dean of Students, for this opportunity. Our VC, Professor Peter Kenywa Muriungi, and all the management team, I don't want to take a lot of time, and I want to start by thanking God Almighty for all His providence. As a community of Tharaka University, we have seen a lot of success, a lot of providence from God, and a lot of organization, planning, and everything else, and we can't take it for granted. All that. When you have a number of people living together in peace and harmony, it takes the hand of God, and we thank God for that. We have Tharaka University as one of the youngest universities in the country, and as we have been told, we have really achieved in terms of performance, and in terms of progression, and even development. We can't also take for granted that these things are coming without a lot of effort. We recognize our management very sincerely for the effort they've been putting to ensure that our university is going on very well, academically, development-wise, and everything else. We have talked about our VC, who is a visionary leader. We are all learning from him. And that is why I want to take the shortest time, because I know he did a time conscious. You have been here for the whole week, so we don't want to take a lot of time. We want to thank him for being a very good leader for us, together with his management team. We as his staff, we are also committed to be with the student and to be here for you available, so that you can do what is supposed to be done for you. The last time I was telling you is that we promise we are going to do our teaching effectively, so that we are going to achieve your goals. So thank you, staff, both teaching and non-teaching. First years, we want to thank you for passing your exams, and the more so to choose to come to Tharaka University. Welcome, be part of us, and be part of this community. I want to appreciate the Dean of Students and his whistle clap. We don't have to clap every time. We were saving time. We are going to clap by the end of the day. I want to thank Mr. Dr. Munano, my brother and friend, and all your team. It is not easy to have a program that takes a whole week, dealing with more than 2,000 people successfully. That one is a lot of planning and a lot of commitment. So thank you, my brother and your team, for that. We have been around and we have witnessed that the orientation has gone on very smoothly. MC Mo, you will never get tired. Thank you. And I also want to thank the leadership of students. I've been seeing them around since we began the orientation. I also want to thank the teams that have entertained us. They have shown us a lot of talents, and we appreciate that. So in one accord, let us have 5 factorial, very strong ones, for all that that has happened today. So let us start with 5 very strong claps. 3, 2, and then 1. 1, 2, go. Thank you very much. May God bless Tharaka University. May God bless all of you. Thank you. I call upon Dr. Moembu to close with a word of prayer. I don't know whether we are going to have a presentation first or national anthem. Okay, thank you. Welcome. Thereafter.
Thank you. Asante Daktari Marciano. Ninaomba tusimame ili tuombe. Katika jina la Baba na Mwana na Roho Mtakatifu, ninakuja mbele zako mchana huu Baba, tukikushukuru, tukiinua jina lako na kulitukuza. Wewe ni muumba aliyejaliwa nguvu zote zinazoishi ulimwenguni huu. Mengi ambayo tumeyafanya kutokana na uwezo wako. Baba, ninaomba utusamee dhambi ambazo tumetenda kwa makusudi ama bila kukusudia. Sisi ni binadamu, ni waja ambao hatujakamilika. Ndio maana tunasema na tunaomba Baba, ukitusamea dhambi, utaendelea kutushika mkono na kutuinua. Baba, ninakuja mbele zako mchana huu nikiombea usimamizi wa chuo hiki, tukianza na Chancellor, manaibu ya Chancellor, naibu ya Chancellor na viongozi wengine wote ambao wanahusika katika usimamizi wa chuo hiki. Tunakushukuru, tunakuombea wajalie mema, afya, uwape nguvu na hekima ya kuongoza chuo hiki. Tunakushukuru kwa sababu ya wafanyikazi wote ambao wamo katika chuo hiki. Tunaomba Baba, utuongoze, utupe mshikamano, uelewano, na tujitolee zaidi ili kujenga chuo hiki. Mengi ambayo yanahitajika ni sisi tutafanya. Tunaomba utupe nguvu na uwezo. Baba, naomba nikiombea wanafunzi wa mwaka wa kwanza na wengine ambao wanaendelea. Tunakushukuru kwa wale ambao umetupa. Tunaomba Baba uwajalie na uwape uwezo wa kuwa hapa mpaka mwaka huu, wakati ambapo tutakuwa wakihitimu. Baba, tunakushukuru kwa sababu mwaka wa kwanza tulipopata wanafunzi 100. Hii leo tumepata wanafunzi 2,000 kama wanafunzi ambao wanakuja kujiunga na chuo hiki. Idadi inaelekea kufika 9,000 na hiyo ni shukrani na shangwe ni kwako. Tunakushukuru kwa hayo. Baba, tunaombea pia majirani zetu. Tunaomba wafanikiwe kwa sababu fanaka yao pia ni fanaka yetu. Wale ambao wanahifadhi wanafunzi wetu, wale ambao wana vyumba, wafanyabiashara, wanaotusaidia na vyote ambavyo huduma na pia bidhaa ambazo tunahitaji, malazi na shughuli za usafiri na mengine. Tunaomba Baba uwasaidie, wainuke, wabarikiwe kwa sababu kubarikiwa kwao pia ni kubarikiwa kwetu. Tunaomba tukikushukuru na tukiweka yote mbele ya mikono yako katika jina la mwana wako Yesu Kristo ninaomba na kuamini.
National anthem.
Thank you. You can have a seat just one announcement. Kindly, today, with your permission, our Vice Chancellor, sir, we'll have a soccer game between staff and the first years at 4:30. Simpige makofi tafadhali. So at 4:30, as we climax or culminate all this, our first years na staff. So staff, kindly come and cheer us. Soccer team. Student first years, cheer your comrade. Then itakuwa hapa nyanja hii yetu na tutaendelea. Second announcement, to all first years, kindly make sure you close your door. Tafadhali. Usiache mlango imefunguliwa. Even if you are going to do a shopping somewhere, close your door for security purpose. At night at 12, I was solving a case. Please, when the landlord, don't argue with the landlord. We have our boss, Alan. Make sure you report to me, then I'll report to Alan, and all will be well. So we'll be doing with the coordinating with Alan, and all will be well. Number 3, the attendance list. Make sure you give the office of the Dean of Student. We have Akina Titus, we have Ongosi. Those attendance sheet. Kanampius, make sure you give them. Then those who have lost their birth certificate, ID, Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education, you can visit the TUSA office, organizing secretary, the chairman.